Welcome back to Pole Barn Garage, where today we are here with this 1983 Chrysler Cordoba. Huh?
Yes, even rich Corinthian leather.
No Corinthian leather here, but a pretty neat car and a forgotten one at that. If you can't tell, I have quite the junkyard accumulating here, and I've got to thin the herd. I've got a buyer on this car if we can make it run, drive, and function. I gave $225 for this and saved it from the scrapyard. It's related to, I think, the Dodge Murata. It's similar to that, or the Magnum. It's kind of a cool looking car. It's not in bad shape. It's got one dent here. I think we can get that out of it. No rust. The bumper fillers have completely disintegrated, of course. But overall, like, the roof isn't bad. It's, I think this vinyl would even clean up. The windows, I think this window's stuck inside. It's not bad at all. Like, I don't know, nice headliner. Got cassette player. Oh, baby. Now, this will have a 318 in it. Automatic, bog standard stuff. I know that the guy that I got it from unhooked the shifter linkage. Great. So that the car will roll. It has no keys. And I had intended to come out here and just fix it out here, but I think the weather got to it before I did. I kind of got to start doing some inventory and moving it down the road. I've got just too much stuff here. So, gonna go ahead and start with this one. We'll get her fixed up, running, sent to a good home. My whole goal here is to make sure that nothing gets scrapped or parted out or anything like that. With the weather taking a turn for the worse, we're getting the heater ready in the new shop here. This is a Sunfire SF160, and over there I have the Sunfire SF80, which is more than adequate for this 30 by 50 building. But, you know, they were offering, so I said, send me the biggest one you got. They did. It's the only heater that is made in the USA, right? Wisconsin. Runs on diesel, supposed to have no fumes, and I'm pretty sure it's the face of the sun. Yeah, it's going to be hot. It's going to be real hot. So that'll keep us warm while we get to work on the Cordoba. I can honestly say I've never had to prime a heater. So there's fire behind that, I'm guessing?
That we'll find out.
Oh! Well, I mean, it's quieter than a torpedo heater.
Yeah.
So
you don't have to have it on for very long.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Damn. Alright, yeah, this thing's pretty cool. Oh my god, look at the heat rolling off of that.
Yeah. This is about as close as I think we really need to be.
My biggest concern is making sure the car doesn't melt. I think I'll push it back.
Yeah.
That thing's gonna have no problem keeping us warm. It's nice in here now. Let's dig into the Cordoba. I haven't really looked at this thing. The only thing I knew is that it didn't have keys. So I did order some keys. Ah, yes. It's got them fancy extra manual windows. Hood. Let's get the hood popped. Sounded like that worked. In order to get it in here, I may or may not have gone Grand Theft Auto on the steering column and just broke the lock out of it. Hopefully I didn't break anything important. Ah, lean burn. Fantastic. Jess said the car didn't have any brakes when she was wheeling it in. It's got brake fluid. I can't see any of the shifter linkage, so it must be disconnected at the transmission. This is all here. 318, very original. Still got its witness marks on it from the factory. It's got oil in it, nasty, but it's there. Cam clutch feels good. Gonna have a 904 automatic in it, so that's highly questionable. We'll ignore it. Corrosion and nothing in there. That's good. That's good. I believe that's an original hose. It's in good shape still. Should have a Carter BBD 2-barrel carburetor on it. No air filter. Oh. No air filter, and it doesn't look very good. How long has this thing been off the road anyway? Has it got a tag on it? 2010. So 15 years. Yeah, that checks out. I do not have a title to this car. I do not think it's worth getting a title to it, but someone will. I know one thing that will help it sell is getting rid of this lean burn nonsense. Flop that out of the way. Carburetor's not locked up. Seems alright. This is the later lean burn. It's actually got an oxygen sensor on it, so we can pretty much be assured none of that's going to work. But obviously, with this thing being a flip, the less money we spend, the better. So, if it works, we'll leave it alone. Let's start by jacking it up, getting under there, seeing what's disconnected on the shifter linkage. We can get it in park, then we'll change out the lock cylinder and the column, and then once we do that, we can throw a battery in it, crank, and try to start it. But there's no reason to do anything else until we have those things in place. I'm reasonably certain that that engine's probably okay. I mean, it looks fine. Oh. The lift is occupied, and frankly, this car doesn't deserve to be on the lift. So, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. That's all right. As far as I can tell, the shifter linkage is still connected, but the car rolls. Well, I'm sure that means nothing. Let's go ahead and put some keys in it. Let's get the steering wheel off and try to put a ignition switch in. You'll note I said try, not succeed. I think whatever factory in China has been making steering wheel pullers lately doesn't know how to make them because they don't line up with anything. They're not... the holes aren't close enough together to actually work, you know? I mean, frankly, it's my fault for buying something in China and expecting it to actually function. So, I'll take the blame. There we go. Alright, I've never done an ignition switch in a Chrysler before, but I'm pretty sure this is actually a GM column. Just like a GM, you gotta use a lock plate puller. I think. There should be a snap ring. There it is. Okay, it's in there. Just kind of buried. Give me a minute so I can get that stuck in my eyeball real quick and we'll get back with you. There's a snap ring right here. It's not really a snap ring so much as it is a like a little piece of wire, basically. The only way to get it out is just to kind of pry on it with a pick tool and hope it comes out. Usually this lock plate pushes in quite a bit further, and it's not really doing that, but I'll get it out of there. This is taking way too long. Gosh dang it. I really need two hands to do this, but you guys see what I'm doing, right? Get this stupid little ring out of here. I've got it partially out of there. There we go. Alright, I got the ring off. Oh, yes, it is under spring pressure. Isn't that nice? How about we leave you on there for a minute? It just might be a little jammed up, you know? Let me tell you, eating a lock plate to the jaw is not the funnest thing in the world. You also don't necessarily have to put these back in. And we'll see if we want to or not. You gonna come now? There we go. Okay. I think it's safe. Yes. There we go. But you just go away. Goodbye. Alright, somewhere in here should be things for the key. I guess I gotta move the turn signal switch. Something else. Well, what is this car full of anyway? I mean, it's got some kind of weird residue all over it. Residue and Chrysler Cordoba. That's usually not a good combination. Let's see here. I guess looks like there's a little tab I gotta push on. Haha! Got it. Also, I have the wrong lock cylinder, so that's convenient. Love to see that. Shit. I bought one for a tilt and one for a non-tilt, apparently. I bought both. So we should be able to just slide this in. Theoretically. Just that easy. Never smoked in. Somebody probably really cared about this thing at one time. There we go. Nice. It was like $4 and now we got keys. Cool. So, let me get this put back together and then we'll throw a battery in it and see what happens. I even got the lock plate back in, I think. Please don't kill me. Yeah, I got it back in. And it works like it should. Now, we'll put our steering wheel back on. Let's see if the wheels are straight. Straight-ish. Am I doing something wrong here? Is it keyed? It is keyed. Well, that's smart. It's probably the first time I've ever said, hey, that's a good idea by Chrysler. Yep, here we go. You can't put the damn steering wheel on wrong. That genius. Why didn't more companies do that? The lock plate doesn't really do anything anymore, but it's there regardless. It appears to steer. Sure feels like the shifter works to me. It's doing something. Uh-oh. Let me get a battery. Give her the sniff test here before I start cranking on it. Pretty varnishy. Whew. It's not the worst I've ever smelled, but it's not good. Probably no drain on it, huh? No. It's got plenty of gas in it. Screw it. I don't care enough. Let's just try it. I don't have a single Chrysler battery around here for good reason. All right. Well, the flashers are on. They work. Courtesy lights, dome lamp, map lights. What? Hey. Hey. Thank you. What the hell is going on? Is it the blower? No. What is that horrible noise? Whoa. Things are coming back to life at a rapid rate here. Must be the blower motor stuck on. Something. Wiper motor? It is the wiper motor. Why is that happening? And the wipers aren't doing anything. There we go. Okay, wiper transmission isn't hooked up. The turn signals. Oh. Headlights just dropped everything out. They do work. The door buzzer also works. Ah, yes. The opera lighting. That lights up. We got tails. Well, we've got a lot. Radio. No antenna. We do have a radio. Won't crank. It just tried. Neutral safety switch is out of whack. My connections on the battery aren't very good. So we will try. That's nice. Now, apparently I chose a dead battery, but it did crank. Rob the battery out of another car. Let's see what it does. God damn it. These connections don't look that bad. I don't know what its deal is. Damn it. What is... So I'll clean the hell out of them. It's not corroded at all, but it's very picky, very picky. You'll note that I already have the starting fluid out. That's because we're going to go full send here. Why are we going to go full send? Because it's an 83 Chrysler Cordoba. That's why. If it was a 69 Plymouth Roadrunner with a 440 in it, then yeah, you know, I'd probably take some precautions, check it out, you know, make sure it's good to go. But an 83 Chrysler Cordoba? No. Fog it with the laughing gas. Let her rip. All right. That had to have helped. All right. Car. All right. Crank's pretty good. I'm asking a lot out of this stuff, but this is Motor Purr's tune-up, and I mean, I have had this stuff dissolve some varnish that you wouldn't think was possible. It's performed some miracles for me. This might be asking a little much out of it, but the damn sure ain't gonna hurt. We'll just put that right in the tank, and you get to work trying to make that fuel burnable. As far as like fuel injector cleaners or fuel treatments in general go, this is about the only thing I've ever found that really does something. And one sniff will tell you that it does. And what I will do next is try to fill the bowl on this carb, which I can't do. That's cool. It's got a solenoid on it that vents it to a charcoal can rather than being vented to the atmosphere. So I'll just clean it out like this. I was hoping to be able to fill the bowl. Well, let's see what that does. Battery back up. Hope it continues to function. Hopefully it's not in gear. You piece of shit. Okay. Well, it runs. That was hard. I need to mess with that neutral safety switch and make sure, because I think I'm starting it in drive currently, and that's not exactly what we want. So let me try to find that, and we'll adjust it or bypass it. Well, I figured out the neutral safety switch problem. The shifter linkage was disconnected. There's supposed to be a bolt in that, and it wasn't actually getting into park. I think that's park. The neutral safety switch on a 904 is on the transmission, which I guess makes sense to prevent you from starting the car in gear given this exact scenario. Let me find a bolt for that, I guess. Oh, look, a bolt. What? Where did this come from? It was in the frame. Huh. Guy must have unbolted it and then stuck it up in here. That's not right. Is it? I guess might be right. Weird setup this is. Couldn't make sense. Yeah, it's actually in park. Doesn't let me start it in gear. All right, somehow it seems like I got that adjusted correctly. I completely guessed. Cool. I saw a inline fuel filter. Yep, in front of the pump, I think. Down here. No, it's after the pump. I think we should change that and put a clear fuel filter on it. That way we can kind of get an eyeball on what the gas looks like. We are, of course, making the assumption that the fuel pump will even work, but the car hasn't been parked that long, and I don't have a new pump for it right now, so it doesn't hurt anything to try. Well, it could potentially hurt a lot of things, but, you know, the goal here is to spend as little money as possible, so we're going to be doing things a little bit different than I normally do. This has one of those fuel filters with a return line built into it. We'll just plug the return for now, but if we ever were to drive the thing a whole bunch, we definitely are going to want that return. I got to pull the damn alternator just to get to that fuel filter. Freaking stupid. I swear to God. If I got this off, I might as well put a damn fuel pump on it. Get this up and out of the way. Ah, look, now I can get to it, kind of. The fact that there are actually people who enjoy working on Chryslers. I'm sorry for you guys, man. Y'all need to go work on a GM sometime. But honestly, they're not so bad. Just a little different. I bet you $1 that's the original fuel pump. I broke my own rules and went ahead and ordered a fuel pump. It'll be here tomorrow. I mean, you know that this damn thing ain't gonna last 5 minutes, even if it did work, so I guess it just makes sense. Still, we can see if it is working. Pretty gross smelling, but it's not dirty. Probably nothing wrong with that. This is the line that feeds it here. I don't know, we could try to run it for a little bit and see if it pumps anything. Should be able to crank this thing out here somehow. Does this not have a solenoid that you can get to? It's usually this thing. Maybe that's not an option here. Let's just set up a little different. I just gotta stick a jumper wire into this hole here. That red wire goes to the starter. And that one cranks. I know, you're crying about the starting fluid. It's a Cordoba. Come on, baby. Motor sounds really good, actually. Did you pump anything? No. Not the easiest thing to get to. Oof. Stirring up all kinds of stuff. Pump anything? No. Motor sounds great. Now that thing sounds really good, and that fuel pump is definitely bad. So that being the case, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this fuel pump off, and then we'll just wait until tomorrow. We get a new one, promptly destroy it by running it on the varnished fuel in the tank, and yeah, it'll be fine. That engine sounds so quiet, kind of got me to thinking. How many miles does this thing have? 73,000. That is absolutely original mileage. This could be a good car for somebody, and it should be. Let me go ahead and get this pump off of here. One less thing to do tomorrow. Oh, come on. Gutless ass thing. Oh, damn. Freaking Hercules tightened this thing on last. Oh my God. What the hell? Easy. Moving. Work it back and forth a little bit. Got it. Wow, something smells horrible down there. What the hell? Smells like transmission. Ah. Oh yeah, this fuel pump is freaking garbage. I don't know why it didn't work. Garbage and original. Not that clamp, but this clamp on the pump itself, that's an original clamp. And original shielding for the hose. Definitely 73,000 mile car. Not that it means anything. It's a Chrysler Cordoba. Piece of hose here. I'm going to try to blow back through to the tank. Yeah, I think it's good. Oh yeah. Yeah, the line ain't plugged at least. Let me go ahead and get that gasket off the timing cover. Yeah. Yeah. It's a slow process, but it works. Well, I guess since we're on the topic of fuel, and since we didn't successfully pump anything, I'll dump 5 gallons of 91 in there and try to dilute what's in the tank. Dilute, dilute, dilute. That's all we can really do. And make sure it's actually gas. Yep. This car is very low, jacked up in the front with 2 flat tires on the back. Man, that tank might be emptier than I thought. All right, got some parts today. Let's get back to it. New fuel pump. That's nice. Let me go ahead and get this stuck on here. If I could go the rest of my life without ever putting a Chrysler fuel pump on again, I think I'd be okay. By the way, guys, you know the PBG Hawaiian shirt that I frequently wear, and I'm not wearing right now because I'm not good at selling things? We have those available for pre-order. We pre-order them twice a year. We do it once in the summer and once before Christmas. And we've got our Christmas pre-order going right now. They cost quite a bit to make. They're kind of hard to get our hands on. So go ahead and get in there and pre-order your Hawaiian shirt now, because this is your only chance to get one until about May or so of next year. polebarnmerch.com. I'll put a link in the description for it. Click, 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 click. Come on now. As you can tell, I am extremely confident because I'm actually reinstalling the alternator. Yes. It's just how confident I am that this will be perfectly fine. There we go. Let's see if the sucker will pull some fuel. All right, let's see what happens. We'll run it off of brake clean like a barbarian and see what happens. Scoot over here. Not pumping a damn thing. Nothing. Hey, did you know you actually have to hook up the fuel line for it to pump fuel? Crazy, I know. But one moment while we take care of these technical difficulties of me being a dumbass. Nobody's surprised by that. Okay, now it's hooked up. Take 2. Come on, Cordoba. There we go. Behold, I am a mechanic. God. Hell, it runs decent. Heel doesn't look that bad from what I can see. It's not the best. It's kind of orange, but I think it's working. Smoking just a little bit. I think it'll clear up though. Dude, this thing stinks. That catalytic converter must be full of shit. Ugh. This smells bad. Some air moving through here. And it does seem to be doing it. Running reasonably well. I'm gonna trickle some Motor Purr tune-up right down the throat here. Just a little. It likes that a lot. You're supposed to put this stuff in with like a little IV thing, but I ain't got time for that. Dude, it loves that. I can smell like the cat has cleaned up. Oh yeah, look at that. That all blew out of it. I'm telling you, that Motor Purr stuff actually does something. It's pretty freaking cool. That thing's running really good. I'm gonna go ahead and put another bottle of Motor Purr into the crankcase. The tune-up, this stuff is a damn good flush. We're gonna change the oil here in just a minute, so we'll let this just run through there for 15, 20 minutes or so and then change the oil. Check the tranny fluid. I know we got a couple of vacuum lines off. I can hear them, so we'll have to check that out, but it's not gonna keep it from running just so we can test it. Looks like it's totally full on transmission fluid. A little brown, but ain't gonna hurt nothing. Thermostat open. Let's see. Probably at 140 degrees. 134, whatever. 160 in the radiator. Coming out. Yeah, it's losing about 40 degrees across the radiator, so the radiator's okay. Oh yeah, I forgot, I never topped it off, did I? Well, we'll deal with that in a minute. It doesn't seem to mind. Oh, we should check this catalytic converter. We'll see what the temp going in is. Pretty freaking hot. 550. Pretty even temperature. It's doing its job, and it's flowing. We can tell it's flowing because the temps are about the same on either end of it. And since this car is not something I plan on keeping, just leave it alone. We're not here to try to make this thing perfect. We just want to make it functional for someone to take it to the next level. Nice in here. It's got brakes. It's got brakes. Brakes feel fine. Got AC. We got no blower. None of that seems to do anything. Oh, there, jeez. Okay, it just woke up. It's not coming out of anywhere. Ah, yeah, just on the defrost. Looks like it's stuck on heat. That's convenient. Temp gauge works, charge gauge works. Everything looks happy. It actually runs really good. And it feels like it's got brakes to me. Something's wrong with the, oh, this son of a bitch has actually got climate control. See how it has temperatures? That means there's a thermostat somewhere. That means I don't want to deal with it. Rear defrost works. Whoa, a freaking wasp just blew out of the vent. Let's just, yeah, no, it doesn't work. Here at Dalton's Fine Used Cars, all systems of the vehicle are inspected, looked at, and promptly ignored. I've been looking for vacuums that might be leaking. I'm not seeing any lines that are like off of it or anything. I mean, there's something missing up here, but it seems to be smoothing out the more it runs. It may be fine. I'm gonna spray around the base of the carb real quick. Oh yeah, definitely got something going on down there. Ah, hey, there's the vacuum leak. I found it. It's got like some kind of map sensor or something. Let me just cut it back. I think I was accidentally spraying into this. It actually runs better without that connected. That's either the base plate or the throttle shaft of the carburetor's leaking. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, it sounds pretty good. And I'm also not gonna lie to you, I bought an Amazon Carter BBD carburetor and all the stuff to get rid of the lean burn. But hell, if it works, why mess with it? It doesn't run that bad. We can take a look at the base plate gasket and see if that's bad or something. Maybe we can just tighten it up. Well, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna top off the brake fluid. This one doesn't even need topped off, really. A little bit. And then the rear brakes are totally full. I don't know if there's anything wrong with this. Boy, if I could get away without doing brakes on something, I'll giggle. Although, I hit the brakes a few times, and yeah, they're froze. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be doing brakes, won't I? I'm gonna try them first. Maybe they'll fix themselves. No, they won't, ever. Yeah, if I had to guess, I don't think it's the base plate that's leaking. It's kind of wet around the throttle shaft of the carburetor. I think that's probably, oh yeah, look at that. Look how much slop is in that. That's the vacuum leak. Now I could change that. However, the electronic Carter BBD has like a stepper motor dealie in the back of it. And so for the lean burn shit to operate, you need that. And it all seems to be operating. So I'm gonna leave it the hell alone, because it doesn't seem to run that bad. If it's a problem and we take it down the road, then we'll do something about it, but not right now. Yeah, that looks perfectly safe to drive on. I'm sure I'll be fine. Good God, that one's taking air also. Well, I'll be damned. We got tires. Good enough for what we're gonna need to do. Now, I slipped under here because I was trying to find the oil filter for the car. You know, that's a challenging thing. And it's, I don't know what asshole decided that this is where it should go, but, and screw that guy. So you see, it's had a adapter put on the engine, which moves the oil filter right there. That's great. If that's not Chrysler engineering in a nutshell, I don't know what is. Another thing, I noticed that this fuel line looks extremely questionable. I should probably replace that. It's factory. And the other thing I noticed is that that is definitely a replacement brake caliper and a replacement brake hose. And it looks, I mean, it doesn't look new, obviously, but I could see it being 15 years old. Well, maybe they're okay and just locked up for no particular reason still. This one, on the other hand, I'd say it's definitely original to the car or just much older. And also locked up. That looks like an original hose. It feels fine. It's flexible. It's probably okay. I don't want to touch that. I can tell you that right now. I mean, I'm not buying it. It all looks pretty good. If you don't understand the appeal of just living in blissful ignorance for a little while, you're probably not a car guy. That's just, look, just let me have my moment, okay? Everything's gonna be fine. We're just gonna change the oil extremely, and then we're gonna like vacuum the carpets on it, and then we're gonna find a nice prospective sucker to buy this thing. I mean, customer, yes. Bet this oil's hot. Ow, it is. Ow! And it's oil. It clings to you. I can smell the motor purr in it. Hopefully it did its job. It's very watery. It did something. Let me go see how the hell you're supposed to get that oil filter off. Just enough room I can get in here with an oil filter wrench. And thankfully, it's not tight. Now, I know, you guys are probably right now like, Dalton, why don't you just put it on your nice fancy wildfire lift? Look, guys, I'm trying to keep this channel realistic. And by realistic, I mean, if you own or want to own a 1983 Chrysler Cordoba, you probably don't have a lift or a house. You probably live in a 1983 Chrysler Cordoba. And that's okay, I'm not judging you at all. I'm just saying, like, the guy who's working on his 83 Cordoba, I mean, he's laying on the ground. He doesn't even have a creeper. I'm posing right now. So, you know, I feel that guy, okay? I mean, the only reason to own a Chrysler Cordoba is out of desperation. Nobody ever, at any point in history, has ever said, gee, I'd really like to have a 1983 Chrysler Cordoba. Those words have never been spoken. And, you know, you own the Cordoba because it's the only thing you can find. Look at this. This thing, it had a Fram oil filter on it. Nobody puts a Fram oil filter on something they care about. They put it on an 83 Chrysler Cordoba. And look at this. The new oil filter I just had dropped off from O'Reilly's has a giant dent in the side of it. I'm going to put it on anyway. It's an 83 Chrysler Cordoba. Wipe the oil off everything here. Let's put some fresh in. Well, let's get all this stuff put back in place. You know, since the car's perfectly fine and needs nothing. Oh, wait, actually, no, I got to move the air cleaner out of the way to put oil on the damn thing. So I didn't actually buy oil for this, but I do have this jug of AMSOIL diesel oil laying around. That'll work fine in here. And we'll add this BFL, Performance Engine Oil Booster, which has ZDDP in it and is from like 1969. So, yeah, that'll be fine. Flat tap cam in this still. Roller cams didn't come around in these cars until like 85, 86. But I do think Chrysler was the first to start really using roller camshafts. So, props to them for that. Yeah, we'll just, you know, chug-a-lug some of this good old diesel AMSOIL in here. It's an 83 Chrysler Cordoba. I mean, come on. Yeah, I'm going all out. Nothing but the finest. Brand new $6 air filter. Yes, sir. I guarantee this vehicle will last days, maybe even hours before failure. Let me go ahead and change this fuel line. I can actually smell fuel coming from it. I think it's porous. It's not leaking, but it's porous. I'll try to change it. Is this thing gonna puke gasoline everywhere on me? I bet it does. I bet it does. That's delightful. It's great. Love it when that happens. Factory hose clamps off the damn thing. I got a scrap of hose here that's just about the right length. Whew. Yeah, that gas is still pretty varnishy. It definitely sat a long time, but I gotta say, overall, this thing is being pretty easy going as far as getting it back running. I think just driving it a little bit will take care of this. Oh, good. Now I'm gonna get covered in varnishy fuel, and it's almost dinner time. Let's see if this thing will drive. I just realized that I checked the transmission fluid incorrectly. You're supposed to check it in neutral, so I'm gonna check that again real quick. And I'm gonna top off the coolant. Didn't need much, just a little. Fire it up and put it in neutral. Forgot the pump does not run in torque flights until you put it in a gear. Hang on. I know you can't see this, but I am putting the column cover back in. There. There we go. Fixed. All right. Sure went right into gear. Why are you dying now? You were fine a moment ago. Well, we'll ignore it. Transmission fluid looks fine. It hates maintenance. That's what it is. Let's see how she does. I'm not gonna lie, it seems perfectly fine. It does. I mean, they're not great, but they work. Hey, that one works. Cool. Something's just off track in there. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh, it runs great. Hey, the brakes are a little questionable. Well, that's to be determined, but they're not locked up, and that's good. I think the master cylinder might be bad. Just a little spongy. There we go. No, they're coming back around. They've probably just been sitting so long. Man, it's so quiet. It runs really good. Now the tires are junk, so I'm not going to be going crazy. I just want to see if the transmission works. Shift's good. Feels fine. Tires are bad. Really, really bad, actually. Wow, like scary bad. Maybe we stick to the side roads. Boy, it runs really nice, though. The brakes are weak. They're definitely weak. It stayed alive on that hard brake. That's good. Break them in again. First gear. Yeah. I mean, it's gutless, but it runs exactly like it should, I believe. Ride's wonderful. This is a good car. Very, very comfortable inside. Like, wow. This gives my LTD a run for the money. Now the brake light isn't on the dash, and that indicates that we do have brake pressure. See, my thing is I don't like to flip and sell a car if it's not safe. I mean, it can be kind of a pile. It can need a set of tires, you know, but like mechanically, I want to make sure that the damn thing, at least probably isn't going to kill somebody, you know? No, they're getting better. They are getting better. The more I hit them, things are happening. And the more it drives, the better it is. It's really smoothed out. It feels great. Temperature's looking perfect. It's charging. Fuel gauge works. It only shows 1/4 of a tank, so I think that it probably was parked empty. I was wrong. It wasn't full of fuel. That's a good thing. It probably saved it. No, it's not going to whip a shitty, is it? All right, that's okay. It's an 83 Chrysler Cordoba. You can only expect so much. I mean, the damn clock works. This is pretty good. I would actually drive this car as is. So what I'm going to check next is we're going to go home. I'm going to see if the front wheels are, like, you know, on fire. That would be bad. And if they are, then we're going to have to do some brake work. And if they aren't, probably all right. I don't know if the rear brakes are doing anything. I mean, it's not locking them up. I don't know. But what you got to do to really test a brake system is kind of, if you're unsure about it, go drive it, feel it out, and then when you get it back home, you want to see if they're hot, you want to look for fluid leaking out of places that it shouldn't be. Well, it really shouldn't be leaking out of anywhere, but you get what I mean. See, if I pump them up a couple of times, it actually stops really good. And that makes me think master cylinder is getting weak. And that's okay, because I was able to get a master cylinder. I was not able to get brake calipers or, well, a lot of it. This thing's really pleasurable to drive. I mean, I have been trying to hate this car the entire video. And it refuses. It says, you will like me, and it's right. I do like it. I've definitely driven worse. I'll say that. It's got just enough power to get out of its own way. But it does do it. All 3 gears feel just fine. This is a good car. This will make someone a really good car. This damn car is too good. Damn it. Did it spin both? It did. Has it got a damn limited slip in it too? No way. Damn it, it's so good. Mm-hmm. All right, how hot are we? Not hot at all. I don't know if the plastic hubcap is a good indicator, but it probably would be. Here, let's be a little more scientific about this. Freaking ambient temperature. Shoot for the brake. No, they're fine. And let's shoot this one. It's fine. So what that tells me is the brakes aren't stuck, they're not locking up, there's nothing wrong with the calipers or this end of things, but if they're a little soft, it's probably the master cylinder. And it's probably worth throwing one on. The car's pretty dang good. Let's see. Did we lose any fluid? No. And maybe a touch of fluid out of the rear brakes. But that's something worth looking at. So we can slide under and we'll look for some wetness on the rear tires. I don't see anything. I don't see any fluid dripping. I don't really see anything. So let's just assume it's fine. But maybe throw a master cylinder at it. That's not a big deal. I've never gotten the trunk open, have I? We should look in there. What if there's parts in there? Obviously, I don't have keys. This might have a trunk release, though. Let's see. Yeah, it does. Oh my God. I've never even opened this. Oh my, that tells you who owned this vehicle. Yes. These have got to stay with the car. Let's old pin, a couple old pins, whole bunch of paperwork. Boy, wouldn't that be cool if there was a title in here? Got some title and registration receipt from 2008. Insurance. Lots of that. No title. But lots of registrations. Looks like it was driven right up until about 2008 or 2010, something like that, and then something happened. Somebody was actually interested in buying this car. There's a phone number, which I will redact. But, my God, what a poor soul. The freaking original owner's manual in its plastic. It's like new. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I am trying so hard to hate this car, but I am a car guy, and so I am drawn to it because it's cool in a way, but it's a Cordoba. Something's wrong with me. Oh, check that out. The chronometer, otherwise known as a clock, you set the time with this. Time is 5:51. There we are. Trunk opened. Yeah, we got a mouse nest. Little stinky in here, not the worst. Got 1 quart of Castrol. Wheel chalk. And a welcome mat, which, that's not chewed on too bad. I was actually looking for one of these. There we are. Perfect. I will be confiscating this for my own stock. Go ahead and reinstall the antenna, which was removed for some reason. Does that make the radio work? Well, I mean, not gonna lie, it sounds horrible, but it does work. Alright. Well, I'd really like to work on cleaning up the inside, detailing it, popping that dent out of the quarter, and cleaning up the outside, but I think we ought to throw a master cylinder at it, just for grins. And I'm not just gonna jump to removing it. Actually, I'm going to pull it off of the booster and just get a look at the backside of it and see if we can tell if it's leaking. If it's not, then we'll leave it alone. I'm just going to pop the master cylinder off the booster. We'll take a peek at the piston and see if it looks like it's leaking. Maybe I'll just pop this out of there, take a peek. Alright, so I can see that it has leaked in the past. All the rust everywhere tells me that it definitely has leaked before. But I don't really see any evidence of that currently leaking. There's no wetness, but there is rust. It's worth changing. Hopefully I don't snap off the brake bleeders though. We're going to bench bleed a new master cylinder. And if we get lucky, we actually won't have to bleed the brakes. If we're quick, we can just stick the lines back on it and have a very minimal amount of air in the system that should bleed itself out of there. I've had it work sometimes. It's like a 50-50 kind of thing, but worth a shot when you are unsure of the condition of the brake bleeders. Brake lines. Ah, nice. Nice. And that one not nice. Nice. Okay. I do not want to replace brake lines on this car. They appear to function more or less appropriately, so we will leave them alone. Okay. Let's hope I haven't opened a can of worms. That's what I'm good at. Alright, if we get our brake lines started loosely, alright, and we get the master cylinder bolted on. Let's see, got brakes? Nope. Damn it. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to bleed brakes, aren't we? Crazy. Sometimes you just swap it and it works. Sometimes it puts just enough air in there that it screws everything up. And honestly, I'm kind of wondering if it didn't have some brake work done in the first place, and maybe they weren't bled properly to start with. That just crossed my mind just now, because that master cylinder didn't look that bad. But oh well, we're committed now. What the hell is going on? The horn decided to be on a lot. It is a Chrysler, so, you know, some wiring difficulties are to be expected. That's someone else's problem, not mine. There is absolutely zero chance these rear bleeders come free. It is pretty rusty up in here. I'll try it gently. Here's the problem. If I break this off... Oh, it didn't break. Are you kidding me? That's very rare. I'll be damned. And it's gravity bleeding. Holy shit. So if I break any of these off, we're in for a bad time. That opens the can of proverbial worms. In professional terms, it would suck. Yeah, well, it's doing it though. We could probably get away with just cracking this one on the rear and letting it gravity bleed. And then we'll move to the front, and those are the more important ones, obviously. I don't know what you can see up in there, but it is bleeding fairly well. Take my word for it. These bleeders on the front don't really want to come off. I'll give them their best shot. We'll heat up the caliper with the MAP gas torch, try to get it red hot. And then we'll hit it and we'll pray. I did manage to find one caliper, a right caliper, so if we had to replace one, I suppose we could, but I would rather not. The back end of the car bled out pretty good. Ah, it's super crunchy, but it's doing it. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, brake caliper. Thank you very much. Is something on fire? There's a lot of smoke. Not gravity bleeding though, so I'll probably have to ask Jess for help with this. The fact that it's not gravity bleeding does kind of make me think that maybe it just wasn't bled properly to begin with. Oh, wait, here it comes. Here it comes. Come on. Boy, that took a minute. That means there was definitely some air. Damn thing's too hot for me to touch, but... yeah, there's definitely some air in the caliper. It's probably all it was. from the get-go. Me being a big dummy. I usually don't overthink things, but I overthought that one, that's for sure. Yeah, she's bleeding like crazy now. Yep, all over my concrete. Great. I don't know if this... Will that help? Yes, it does. Good. All right, I think I got them pretty good. They feel better. Oh, yeah. Yes! Yeah. The brakes wouldn't hold the car before. Now they do. Now you can do burnouts in your Cordoba. Lucky buyer, you. I can't believe this thing is a limited slip. That's freaking wild, dude. Oh, it was sitting in a puddle of brake fluid over here. But still, both tires. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's going to get smoky in here now. Tomorrow, we will come back out here to the Cordoba, give it a good detail. I'm going to try to get that dent out of it. And she'll be ready to hit the market. Oh, yeah. I should, you know... I think the new owner, whoever that may be, they're going to need something to do. We'll let them fix this window because I really don't want to. I'm going to try to get this dent out of here. Now, I tried a suction cup. My suction cup won't work. Maybe if I had a smaller one. Let me pull the vent out of the door jamb. Yeah, that lets me get to it. Oh yeah, that lets me get right up in there. Oh yeah, that should come out of there. That should come out of there pretty good, actually. Come on. There we go. That's a lot of it. Oh yeah, keep coming. Get a good amount of it out of there. I ain't no PDR guy, but we can make it better. Oops. Yeah, like I said, I ain't no PDR guy. It's not going to be perfect, but it will suck less. There we go. Is that right? No, not quite. This car is made out of very, very poor quality steel. Go. Alright, now we want to make sure it doesn't pop out again. Let me get a hammer. Try the old brass hammer first, if there's room. Not really. Not a lot of room. The problem is it's actually creased right here. So if someone were to hit the thing again, it would just buckle right back in. What we gotta do, get this crease out of there. I'm not a PDR guy. I'm usually a strip it and, you know, fix the dent, paint the car guy. That's me. I'm the painted dent repair guy. Not a lot of room to work in there. I could get it better if I pulled the rear door panel, but to do that, I got to pull the back seat. I got to pull all kinds of stuff. I don't want to do that. I think I've made it quite a bit better. I'm using my left hand as a dolly and my right hand as a hammer. That worked better than it had any right to. It's not perfect, but it's a damn lot better. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's there, but it's not super noticeable anymore. Yeah, whatever did that mangled this wheel well trim. Let me see if I can't straighten this out and make it presentable. Probably not, but it's worth a try. Yeah, I don't think there's any saving this. Next guy's problem. Good morning. I think I've got the Cordoba sold. My buddy Zane, he had the green Monaco on Poverty Tour. If you haven't watched that video, go watch it. His little brother wants his own car for Poverty Tour next year. And the Cordoba fits the bill. But we got to come up with a price. And I told him I'd sell it to him more or less for what I got in it. So let's add it up. So I gave $225 for the car. I put a master cylinder on it. That was $75. Air filter, $6. Oil filter, $7. Fuel filter was $4. Fuel pump was, I think it was $25. I'd have to look. But you know what? Close enough for him. Fluids I had, but we'll just charge, I don't know, 20 bucks for fluids. What else did I do to this? Not much. Oh, ignition switch. That was like 15 bucks. I think that's it, right? I didn't do anything else, did I? So that adds up to $377. Now, I am going to charge him a little bit for my work, and we still have to clean the car, detail it. So we'll put a $50 fee on there, kind of like your phone bill does. $427. There we go. There's the final price. So congratulations, Levi. One Chrysler Cordoba for $427. Can't beat that. Now, it doesn't have a title. I'm going to be able to hook him up with my buddy Jared. He could get titles for cars very quick, very reasonable. It'll cost him about 500 bucks to get this title. And this is who I use, and this is who I will hook Levi up with to get a title for this car. As long as it's not stolen, as long as the VIN comes back clean with no liens, and the vehicle's over 29 years old, he can get you a title. So if you add in a title fee, he's going to be in this thing for $927, and he definitely needs a set of tires. But Levi works at a tire shop, so he should be able to get a little bit of a discount on those. And there's plenty of things left for him to do, and as a 20-year-old man, kind of tinker with and learn how cars work and fix them. It's good for people to do that. And why would I sell this car to him for $427 and not charge anything for my time, basically? Because I'm not a piece of shit, and I think that you let the car hobby die when you don't give good deals on your old cars, especially something like this. Like, nobody cares about an 83 Chrysler Cordoba. Cut the young guy a deal. All right, get him into the hobby. That's how we keep the hobby alive. If everything is about making a dollar, you are completely missing the point. Car flippers, to me, are just the bane of the hobby's existence. I would never do that. Making 50 bucks on this, well worth my time. I'm gonna fix this window real quick. This actually works fine. It actually holds itself up, and you can roll it down by hand. It's not perfect, but whose car was perfect when they were 20 years old? Anyway, let's get this thing cleaned out. Ugh. See, the $50 cleaning fee, that covers my copay whenever I have to go to the hospital for hantavirus. Oh, it's got a donut spare in it. Huh. Wipe out the trunk gutters. They are full of crud, and that's how they end up rotting out. The car is very solid as it is. So little things like that will keep it good. Just take a little glass cleaner or something like that and wipe these out. Look at all that crud. See, that's no bueno. That stuff holds water. Eventually, it will rot. I just gotta say, as far as 83 Chrysler Cordobas go, this thing is in really, really good condition. Like, solid. These cars were not known for that. She's a gem, and I hope he appreciates it. Because it does deserve to be appreciated. I have tried really hard to hate this car, and it just won't let me, man. If I needed it, I would keep it. But I don't, so let her go. And there we go. It's not perfect, but the trunk is detailed fairly well now, and clean, and no poop. Actually, there's not a lot of poop in the car, just that one mouse nest. I really don't see any droppings. It's just dirty is all. This is interesting. The floor mats are double-sided. They're just the same floor mat, but you flip them over and they're for either side. So the freaking floor mats on the other side are like brand new. So this is now the driver's floor mat, and that's now the passenger floor mat. Oh, this dash is rough, really rough. Probably only so much we're going to be able to do that. We'll make it as good as we can. Oh man, it's like covered in just this grime. Yuck. Yeah, this thing cleaned up unbelievably good. It's not quite a brand new car, but it's pretty nice. And there's no rear view mirror, but I can still give them a complimentary air freshener. I don't like this flavor anyway. There we go. Let's pull this thing out and give it a wash. I'll give her a quick rinse off with the pressure washer. Then, probably have to hand scrub this thing to get a lot of that algae off. I filled the pressure washer with soap. Let's see if that actually works. Nope, no soap coming out at all. That's nice. I need a new pressure washer pretty bad. Oh wait. Wrong nozzle. Oh? You get a soap? Come on, soap, damn it. It's trying. Now what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Man, this thing is gutless. Man, I don't know what happened to my pressure washer, but it sucks. Hardly does anything. Looks like I need to put a new pressure washer on my Christmas list. Well, let's see if I can just hand scrub this stuff off. Yeah, it works fairly well. Also, when I pulled it out, The brakes are still a little weird. I think it needs calipers or the calipers rebuilt, but they work good enough to drive it. And that'll give the kids something to learn, you know? Can't do it all for them. This stuff is very stubborn and doesn't want to come off, so I've switched to the red Scotch-Brite and soapy water method. And just try to smooth everything out a little bit. I mean, it don't got to be perfect. Just make it look a little bit better for them. Yeah, that's quite a bit better. It's not like it's got any shine anyway. We're not hurting anything. There we go. It's not perfect, but it's better. Good enough. He can take it to the next level if he wants. And I think he will.
I know my own needs. And what I need from an automobile, I know I get from this new Cordoba.
With that, I think we're done with the Cordoba. I like the car better than I thought I would. Kind of came around on it. But I've got more than enough stuff. So that one can go. And for the next few videos, that's what you're going to see me doing, is just kind of working through my backlog, getting some cars out of the way that, you know, I just don't need. But before I send them down the road, I want to put my touch to them, make them functional, and then send them on their way. Then I've got some really big projects that I really do care about we got to dive back into. But I've accumulated so many cars that I bought for cheap, like this, and said, oh yeah, that'd make a good video, or that's a cool car. You know, I've got too many. Got to work through them. So next week you're seeing a pretty major project, but we'll send the Cordoba down the road. Congratulations, Levi, on your $427 Chrysler Cordoba. Please check out polebarnmerch.com. Pre-order your Hawaiian shirt now and get that thing in time for Christmas. I'm going to go buy a new pressure washer. I'll see you guys next week.